Well, hello. So it's been a while. I was looking through my YouTube and I was going, it's been a while. I was looking through and the last thing that I posted was about my 8 weeks post Achilles rupture. And I was thinking, you haven't done anything. So I'm kind of doing this like one-off, one take. I'm sat in a hotel room in Luton because I'm at a Muay Thai event this weekend. And yeah, I'm just going to give you a lowdown of what's going on. So essentially, I hate making excuses, and everyone knows that I hate making excuses, but after rupturing my Achilles, I didn't want to do anything. Like, it's not, I didn't want to go out and do photography. I mean, at parts I couldn't. It wasn't that I didn't want to go out and source clients or anything, because I could still do that. There were so many things that I could do, but I just didn't want to do anything. I went through a phase of where I just was really down. And I'm not saying like depressed or anything like that, but I just felt really sorry for myself. I mean, essentially I was being told different things from different people, and that messes with your head a lot. There's one person telling you that you're not going to be able to do anything anymore, or run, powerlift. You're not going to be able to essentially put any stress through that ankle anymore. And then there's this other person who's like, yeah, give us 6 months and we'll get you back playing football if you want to. And I was like, it was a lot to take in. It was a lot to digest, as well as working full time and running 3 businesses at the time, and it was just a really weird place to be in. I'm not saying that it's got much easier, but it's got more manageable. On the business side, we had 3 businesses. So I still work full time, and then I had Emergely, my clothing company, as pretty much most people know now these days. And I had my film and photography business, and then I had this, if you can see it on the screen right now. It says Ethos Agency. It was a creative agency that I started up at it would have been beginning of October 2019. Essentially, what we were doing here is, because we were doing social media marketing, everyone knew that I was doing social media marketing for a variety of clients. I think at the time I had 7, and it would range from going and taking photography of them, or film, or getting them sponsorships, or putting their content in the right places. It was kind of like an overall business agency, but I never gave it a name. It was just kind of like, because I've worked with so many people from the beginning until now, I kind of got a lot of referrals. There was a lot of people who I worked with when I first started who decided to take on like contract work with me and different things like that. But anyway, Ethos Agency doesn't exist anymore. It lasted literally for about 4 months. I did like my little logo though, and I did like the little name and stuff that I made for it, so that's probably why it's still my background. But what's happened with that is Emergely recently had their newest launch, which, if anyone remembers, we had obviously our gold hoodies come out. I hope you can get that on screen. And we had the return of the candy pink, and that went amazing. I mean, I think golds, most of them sold out in, most sizes sold out in about 9 minutes, which is insane because, funnily enough, 6 months ago, just before I did my Achilles rupture, I actually went over to America to see a friend of mine, and I was working the entire time I was out there, and I was really, really busy with client work. Emergely was my least profitable business, so I was very, very tempted to get rid of it to give me more time. Instead, what we've done now is we have changed everything. So now 3 businesses are now 1, and it's all called Emergely. So there's going to be different subtitles to it. So there's going to be Emergely Clothing, Emergely Agency, Emergely Film and Photo, etc. from that, I've hired 5 or 6 people now. I mean, one of them is very, very contract work, so I only ever talk to him when there is work to be done. He's very much a freelancer himself, and we have a very black and white sort of relationship in the fact that I get work and I give it to him. So that's great, but everything's going to be called Emergely now. So we've been super busy since last time I checked in. So last time I checked in, it was about 2 months ago, so that would have been about November. Yes, because it was when I was in Cornwall. Oh, that's another thing, my book got launched. I think I mentioned that in my last video, but now we've put out another one called Motivate Yourself. It's very, very good. I wrote it in one evening. I definitely had those sparks going, and I just wrote it all down all at the same time, and it was incredible. I love it because it was very much what I needed to hear, so it's good to be giving that to you. Now you're probably wondering maybe why I'm at a Muay Thai event then. We do sponsor a lot of events, we do help out a lot of people in events, so you know, we still sponsor quite a few fighters. We've got an entire new array of athletes this year, which I'm super excited to start working with, because the problem that we were having is that we were sponsoring people and then there was nothing coming out of the back of it. So regardless whether you paid them, you did photo shoots, or you know, you gave them clothing, there was no ROI. And at the end of the day, when you're handed over sometimes £300-400 worth of stuff, and that's just if it was clothing, you kind of want to have that impact on the back of it, and it just wasn't happening. But you know, we are a clothing brand, and at the beginning it was very gym based, and then it suddenly went really MMA, and then now it's kind of just gone to small athletes. So a business adapts the way that it does, and there's no point of stopping it. The market will always be the market. So it's been crazy. You know, I'm very, very happy that right now I'm working with a specialist for my ankle, so hopefully you will see me running again soon, maybe. I mean, I don't think anyone's really seen me run anyway. But, you know, before I couldn't do it, and at the minute when I do it, it's more of a hobble. That's just my Saturday night dancing, really. But yeah, so I just wanted to check in. I just haven't checked in for a long time, and if you watch my Instagram, yeah, you kind of get a continued update of everything that I'm doing when I'm doing it. But I've physically got to the point now where last time I was super active on YouTube, there was not so much going on. It was very photo film based. It was very not like me going places and stuff like that. It was very much, how do I make material when essentially I'm sat behind my computer most of the time. And now it's the same, but with the travel on top. You know, why having to make a team? You know, like I've now had to hire people. You know, I've had to make a significant investment into that, because people don't work for free. And I think that's, well, I mean, I wouldn't work for free unless I chose to, and there's a major difference, you know. So I hope everyone is well. I'm gonna go get some breakfast because it is 8:30 in the morning, and I've got two videos to edit before I even go to the venue at 1, which if I get both of them finished, I'll be super impressed with myself more than anything. And yeah, and I'm also writing my 3rd book because, you know, I can. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm really going to try and get more content, even if I just speak to you. I think I've had quite a few people who would like me just to set up the camera like this and talk through processes with them, talk through like how I incorporate my business, how I, you know, basically how business works. Because there's a lot of people out there who, they want to start something, but they don't want to buy a course from someone for £1,000 or something like that, and then not really understand what's going on. So hopefully we'll start doing that. It's I basically have no excuses now. I've hired a team for a reason, to give myself more time to source clients, to do this, to do that, and to, in general, make more revenue. So I have more time to do this. So I said so a lot of times. Anyway, peace out. Have a good day.